He's never there for us when we need him. When the lights went out in the energy capital of the world, he went to Cancun. On January 6th, when a mob was storming the Capitol, he was hiding in a supply closet. And when the toughest border security bill in a generation came up in the United States Senate, he took it down. You can't be for the mob on January 6th and for the officers. You can't. And it's not funny, because you're a threat to democracy.
Colin Allred kicked Ted Cruz's ass last night. You retweeted someone that said over 700 Texans died while Ted freaking Cruz abandoned them, lest we forget Cancun Cruz. Vote Colin Allred in a Texas-sized landslide. I love this line from last night. He said, Senator Cruz treats our border communities like he's going on some sort of safari. He comes down, puts on his outdoor clothes, and tries to look tough, and then goes back to Washington and does nothing to help. Lucas Coons just got endorsed. We just had him on, running against Josh Hawley. It's who wrote a book about manhood, right. Who I love. Lucas came on the show and called him Cowboy Ken from the Barbie movie. They're such fake tough guys. They're such Ivy League dandies that don't do anything for their constituents. And I think this is the year we could really take back a lot of these
Especially
seats.
Ted Cruz. He's an Ivy League dandy who does nothing for his people.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to me. I saw the Allred Cruz debate. I watched that, that it's just utterly amazing to me. This man, and here's the problem. We've talked about meta-narrative framing. Republicans are good at putting the big frame around the neck of Democrats. And that what they don't like is when you fight back. Right. They don't like it at all.
Yeah.
They don't like it when Colin Allred, essentially called him a coward and said, you fled the state. You let people down. People died because of you and your lack of leadership.
Yeah.
They are looking for people to vote R because they've always voted R.
Yep.
This is the year you can vote for America, and no one will know what you did by supporting Kamala Harris and getting rid of Trump.
Oh, speaking of which, I was in charge of dead inside white ladies that screwed everything up for Hillary last time, and it's working. New polling shows...
where are the white women at?
with Kamala. They're with Kamala because of me.
Right.
New polling shows Kamala Harris performing better than any Democratic candidate for president in the 21st century among white women. Stuff's moving in the right direction.
Yep.
You retweeted, in fact. Hannah, carry the 4. What did you retweet? Oh, you said Bill Madden said to the women of America, "This is your time. Seize the moment. You are not the property of men." On November 5th, send that loathsome piece of Project 2025 into the trash bin of history. And it feels
Absolutely.
like, what state was it, Jody? Was it Georgia? Black women,
it's Georgia,
up 243%. Trust me, November is coming.
You're really voting for your life here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm saying this as a national security professional. You are voting for your life. You are voting to save the American Republic, as Benjamin Franklin said. Or we will get rid of it and we will move to a dictatorship. Straight, no question. The Handmaid's Tale is practically a documentary at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, do not vote against your own interests. If you know white women that are planning to vote for Trump, you have to tell them, you want your daughter to be controlled by white men. You want them to be controlled by other men. You want them to essentially be a body slave to old fat guys who really have no interest or even know how a uterus works.
Do we really need to tell women don't vote for the rapist? Okay.
Yes,
I don't
do.
feel it's
Don't vote for the
mentioned
rapist.
enough. Okay. Malcolm, real quick, just to end on this, no matter what your issue is, so the Biden administration has warned Israel it must increase the amount of humanitarian aid it's allowing into Gaza within the next 30 days or could risk using access to U.S. weapons funding. I just saved this tweet for you, Outspoken tweeted, as a Jew whose cousin was murdered in Israel, with my family running since the Spanish Inquisition, killed during the Holocaust in Ukraine and in Auschwitz, we need a safe place for Jewish people, but not by murdering the people in Gaza. Trade Netanyahu for the hostages. I will just say a vote for Trump is a vote for Netanyahu, and not voting is a vote for Netanyahu. So wherever you are on this issue, we have got to save our democracy on November 5th, Malcolm.
Absolutely. All right, not joking. Imagine, I just came back I was in Egypt, by the way, for my secret mission there. I was on
Well, now it's not secret anymore. Good job.
Right.
Blown your
I
cover.
was in the Western Desert following the historical trail of the SAS and the long-range desert group. So let me tell you something. Here's what they're thinking about in Egypt. They're not thinking about Israel, Gaza, or Trump. They're thinking about a water war with Ethiopia because Ethiopia has built a new dam, right? Water is the new thing people are going to fight for. Yeah. With Trump, he will allow them to go to war. He will allow a Netanyahu government, not an Israeli government, a Netanyahu government to level Gaza and deport 2 million people. Not joking.
Thank you.
If you don't vote for him and you don't vote for Harris, you're voting for essentially an unlimited hand to do anything they want. Why would you vote against the interest of Israel and allow Israel to, damage itself in this respect? Vote for democracy in both countries.
There you
go. It's a great multinational democracy over there. We don't have to hurt ourselves and our human rights, not helping the Palestinians. We can help the Palestinians, feed them, but we do not have to foster a Donald Trump Netanyahu oligarchy.
All right, there you go. Okay, so we were just, because we always go along with you, but I was giving you every sign. We gotta go. All right, we love you.
Hey all, Glenn Kirschner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirschner wherever you generally get your podcasts.